It'll now cost more to become a U.S. citizen. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service is raising their prices for things like green card applications, status adjustments, and more. For many people, these bumped up costs are an extra burden to deal with. Mike News reporter Rodaris Richardson tells us why this increase is happening.
Silvio Mesa told me he's been in Fort Myers for just 3 months after fleeing from Cuba for a better life. He says as a recent arrival, it's been difficult making ends meet, getting a car, and finding housing. He says while he qualified to get his immigration fees waived, he can't imagine or afford having to pay for it. But starting April 1st, it'll be the reality for many. According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, this increase of costs is due to the fact of the current costs not being able to cover doing businesses and to prevent the accumulation of backlogs. Among the dozens of applications seeing the biggest increase, Form I-29 for employers looking to hire foreign workers will go from $460 to $1,385. Form I-485 for permanent residents will go from $1,225 to $1,440. And applying for citizenship will go from $1,170 to $1,335.
Those individuals may not be able to come up with the funding to process those applications. Then you have a real conundrum, because at some point, those individuals are not going to be able to pay those fees. So they're not even going to bother applying. You're going to have less potential revenue coming in to USCIS.
Dr. Tom Felke with FGCU's Department of Social Work says he's unsure if raising fees will benefit or hurt in the long run.
What I don't understand is the lack of support that we're seeing at a congressional level to help support USCIS to allow people to go through that, legal naturalization process and that, legal process for work visas and permits as well.
Places like Lee County Legal Aid offer free legal representation for abandoned children, but say they recognize the burden that added fees can have.
The more barriers that are put in place, the harder it is going to be for some families to make it through.
In Fort Myers, Rodaris Richardson, Wink News.